The Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Amaechi, the Right Reverend Ikeakor, has encouraged Christians, saying God has a plan to change the story of a person using the story of blind Bartimaeus in the Bible, who he said was purpose-driven and had decided to reverberate his faith and anchor it on Jesus Christ. The Bishop gave this admonition at the end of the year revival program of the Cathedral Church of the Advent Life Camp Gwarimpa, Abuja, while speaking on the theme of the revival taken from Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 19, which he says divine blessing for higher ground.
I've taken time to study most of the places Jesus and his disciples performed miracles. I discovered that multitudes will come. But if you look carefully, apart from the feeding of the 5,000, most of the miracles, somebody will just come from somewhere and just pick the miracle and disappear. And the multitude will be busy shouting, going home with nothing. The most prominent that disturbs me, because he was not part of the multitude, was the case of the man called blind Bartimaeus. You know, there's a kind of problem and trouble you will have. People will begin to define you by your problem. You know, his surname was not blind, but it has become such a liability to his time and generation that his surname became blind Bartimaeus. But I don't know the challenges in life you are passing through, and I don't know the surname they are giving you, maybe unofficially. But just as that man ended that day dropping that surname, you are going to drop your own. In the history of any man or woman, God has designated a day to change your story. It's a matter of waiting. There is nobody in this life without at least one challenge you are battling with. Nobody. I don't care what medical science has said about me. I am paraphrasing the feeling and the decision of Bartimaeus. I don't care how the world has described me. I don't know how they have written me off. Yes, for this number of years I've been a liability. But this man I've been hearing about, but because of my sight impairment and impediment, I couldn't go to him. And he is passing my way. This matter must end today. Amen. Remember, great multitude was following Jesus, shouting, making a hell of noise. One man was intentional. One man became purpose-driven in that gathering. One man decided to revibrate his faith and anchor it on Jesus. One man decided to downplay his situation and exalt Jesus in that situation.
Bishop Ikeakor said faith is personally generated and all must work towards raising their faith. Speaking further, he added that divine blessing of God comes with joy and that God is still in the business of blessing people.
Faith is personally generated. You yourself will make up your mind to raise your faith. Nobody preached to Bartimaeus, but he had. And the man that spoke to him described the Jesus was passing, because Jesus, the name Jesus, was a general name. So he told him the particular Jesus that was passing. He said, Jesus of Nazareth is passing. And the Bible said he raised his voice. I don't know the number of people that were there, but because of the circumstance surrounding Bartimaeus, and he needed divine blessing to see like other people, to be a problem solver, not a problem creator, to be a solution, to be an asset both to family and society, not a liability. He knew he was not created like that. Some of us are carrying some issues and challenges in our lives because we have not discovered that some things we are carrying, we were not created to carry them. But when you are ignorant of what God is saying about you and whom you are in God, Satan can capitalize on it to wreak havoc. So divine blessings of God, when they come with joy. No gift of devil can ever end without sorrow. God is still in the business of blessing people. Irrespective of economic situation, scientific discovery, everything, God is still God. What is it when we talk of blessing? It's not just on money. Your health is part of the blessing. The peace in your home is part of the blessing. Your security is part of the blessing. Your promotion in the office is part of it. Joy and gladness, they are part of it. What is that thing that will come into your life and you'll be happy and joyful and celebrate? That is God's blessing. You have struggled enough. It is time to let go. Let God take over.
The Revival program featured other activities including prayers and song ministration by the music band.
In the